Hello everybody and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'll be releasing a guide on the new Act 3 of the Energy Amplifier event. I'll be sharing with you guys a few tips and tricks to help you guys get through this event quickly and easily. With that said, let's get on with this video. Alright, first things first, the locations of the mutated fragments. I will only be mentioning places of interest with multiple mutated fragments, except for the one in Uwang Hill, Destroyed Temple, which is a little tricky. We'll start off with Hidden Trail, Dragon Spine. For this location, go ahead and teleport to the nearest teleport waypoint to the pin location on your map. Once you're there, you can immediately see the first mutated fragment, which is atop that wooden tower. We'll go ahead and destroy that mutated fragment first. As usual, I recommend you bring Claymore characters into this, a Zhongli if you have one. I'm using Ningguang because she works as well. The second mutated fragment is in that tent behind all those enemies. So we'll try to avoid all the enemies on the way there and make a round. Once we're done, we can go ahead and start killing all the enemies in this area with ease. Next is the one in the Destroyed Temple, Uwang Hill. Go ahead and make your way towards this location. And you'll want to watch out for a crack under this floor. As you can see, the mutated fragment is hidden in these cracks. It is a little tricky, so you have to watch out for it. Next, Old Gate. The Old Gate fragment is a little dangerous because there are two rune guards in the vicinity. So go ahead and teleport to the Old Gate first and make your way towards this direction. You can already see the first mutated fragment, which is atop that stone pillar. The second mutated fragment is actually right next to the collect reward thing. We'll first go ahead and destroy the one on top the stone pillar. And we'll make our way towards the second one. Here I should have actually climbed the Zhongli pillar, but since I'm not that much of a gamer, I was not able to do it. So instead, I took the long way around. You will want to go ahead and take your time in this place, because you don't want to suddenly aggro both of the rune guards and have them fire missiles at you simultaneously. And there, we have the second mutated fragment destroyed, and we can go ahead and start killing these rune guards like they're nothing. Last but not least is the one in Yaoguang Shoal. I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll make our way there by teleporting to this waypoint first. And since this takes a while, I'll speed it up for a bit. Alright, we're almost here. You can already see the first mutated fragment, which is atop that Hilichurl tower. So I guess we'll climb up. Try not to attract the attention of any of the Hilichurls. And that's the first mutated fragment. The second mutated fragment is also atop another Hilichurl tower, except this time, you're very close to a lot of enemies. So we'll try to be sneaky and make our way there. You can honestly just climb. I'm just flexing my venti. Don't worry too much about it. And boom! That is the second mutated fragment. And that is the last of the places of interest. Next, we'll move on to the domain challenge. But before we go on with the domain challenges, don't forget you've gotten new fruit cores and fruit splinters. The new fruit cores and fruit splinters are very centered towards Zhao, as in plunging attacks. So if you want to change your configuration, go ahead. As usual, before doing the actual domain challenge, you'll have to go through a prerequisite. This time, it's called Frosttorn Space. There is a ley line disorder, which is for the last chamber. There is a Frost Arm Lava Curl, which will spawn enemies when its HP drops to a certain percentage, and the smaller enemies will raise its physical and elemental resistance. For this domain, I'd recommend you bring a Pyro character. Reason being, there are a lot of cryo shields for you to break, there are a lot of cryo enemies in here, and there is a fire pillar for you to trigger later. The first chamber is relatively simple, just kill all the enemies around here and trigger the fire pillar. Alright, for the second part of this domain, it's basically just run and survive. There will be a bunch of icicles dropping. All you have to do is just try to avoid them. You don't really need to kill the slimes around here, these are just distractions. The real things that you'll need to kill are the slimes at the end over here. You have to kill them before progressing any further. Alright, not too bad. This is the third chamber. In here there will be 1 Cryo Abyss Mage and 2 Shield Metatros. You should target the Cryo Abyss Mage first as he has a debuff. Alright, and this will be the last chamber. In here you'll find the aforementioned Frost Arm Lava Curl. This one, it's basically like how you would fight a normal Frost Arm Lava Curl, except he's just tougher. So don't worry too much about it. And once you're done killing this guy, that will be the end of the domain. Now we can actually start with the domain. You will meet 2 Rune Guards, 2 Rune Hunters, and 2 Rune Graders back to back. The Ley Line Disorder is a ball that when it touches your character, it deals damage to it. Damage and size of the cluster decrease over time, but the speed will increase. Now as usual, we'll start off with the easy difficulty with no extra challenges so that we can get the 60 Primogems quick and easy. Now I will be skipping the domain fight. If you want to see how me and my friends challenged the domain and got like 7,000 points, I'll leave a link down in the description for you. Alright, that will be it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like down below, and a sub to the channel would also be amazing. If you have any feedback for me or any questions, leave them down below in the comments and I will read them whenever I can. With that said, thank you for watching, this is Ryu, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and have a nice day.